Sean, I noticed you haven't responded to my email from this morning. Could you let me know if you received it?
Yeah, I got it.
Great. Could you confirm you'll have them done?
Whatever.
I need a clear confirmation.
Fine, I'll look at them, but I don't see why I have to take orders from someone who couldn't even finish school.
Sean, please keep this professional.
Professional? That's rich coming from a dropout.
I understand you have concerns about my background, but right now, we need to focus on the task at hand.
The task at hand is that we have an unqualified person trying to give orders.
They're standard procedural requests.
Well, if it isn't the dropout girl playing at being a professional.
I'm heading out on a business trip tomorrow, and I sent you some additional documents regarding the handover of certain tasks. Could you please review them?
Listen, just because your daddy owns the company doesn't mean you can order me around.
This isn't about authority. It's about ensuring smooth operations while I'm away.
Oh, so now you're concerned about operations. How about being concerned with actually qualifying for your position first?
Yes, I dropped out of high school, and I'm younger than you. But I'm still your senior here. That kind of language isn't appropriate.
Oh, so Miss Elite Education is giving me orders now? Here we go again, the entitled princess giving commands.
I'm just trying to coordinate our work effectively.
You know what would be effective? Having someone qualified in charge.
I understand you're frustrated, but we still have work to do.
Seriously, there's no way a dropout should be working at a company this size. Everyone knows you only got in because of Daddy's connections. Must be nice having everything handed to ya.
My position here doesn't change the fact that these documents need review.
You chose to drop out, then got handed a cushy job at Daddy's company.
My educational background doesn't affect the quality of my work.
Oh, really? Then explain why you need me to review everything you do.
That's standard procedure for all projects, regardless of who handles them.
But unlike you, I actually went to college and know what I'm doing.
College isn't the only measure of capability, Sean.
Says the dropout who got everything handed to her.
Can we please focus on the work that needs to be done?
We don't respect social misfits who couldn't even handle school.
I understand. Well, I've asked you to review those documents, so I'll leave you to it.
Of course you would. That's what privileged people do when they can't handle reality.
The documents need to be reviewed by tomorrow morning.
And what if I don't? Going to run to Daddy?
No, I'll document that you refuse to complete your assigned tasks.
Oh, now you're threatening me!
It's standard procedure.
Standard procedure? You wouldn't know standard procedure if it hit you in the face!
Regardless of your opinion of me, these tasks need to be completed.
And I need competent leadership, but here we are.
I'll send you a reminder email about the documents.
Oh, great, more paperwork from the princess.
This isn't personal, it's just work.
Everything's personal when it comes to nepotism.
The clients are counting on us to deliver.
No, they're counting on qualified people to deliver.
This is my last message on this topic. Please review the documents by tomorrow morning.
Or what? You're gonna fire me?
I'm forwarding you the email again with the deadline clearly marked.
Because I totally missed it the first time, right?
The deadline isn't negotiable. The client needs these documents.
And the company needs qualified people, not dropouts.
I've noted your objections.
Noted my objections? How professional of you. Did Daddy teach you that phrase?
I'm ending this conversation now. Please focus on the task.
Yeah, run away. It's what you're good at.
The priority is completing the work.
The priority should be having qualified people in charge.
Good night, Sean. I expect those documents to be reviewed by morning.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, princess.
I'll check the documents first thing tomorrow before my trip.
Rich coming from someone who couldn't finish school.
This is standard quality control.
Quality control from you?
The irony of questioning my competence while refusing to do your job isn't lost on me.
Just leave me alone and let me do my work.
That's what I've been trying to do this entire time.
Fine, but don't expect me to respect your authority.
I don't need your respect.
Whatever, just go on your precious business trip.
Thank you for finally acknowledging the task.
Don't push it, dropout.
Good night, Sean. Amy, I'm so sorry to interrupt your trip, but you need to come back right away. Huh? Rachel? What's wrong? Is there some kind of problem? Amy, I've been trying to call you but couldn't get through. Are you in a meeting? Just finished one. My phone was on silent. What's happening? You never message like this. It's your father. He collapsed. My father? What happened? Is he okay? The meeting was going normally. He was presenting the quarterly reports. Then suddenly... Rachel, please, tell me what's happening. I don't know. He suddenly collapsed during a meeting and was rushed to the hospital. He's not responding to us at all. It looks really serious. No way. Which hospital? I'm leaving right now. St. Mary's. The doctors are with him now. I'll head back right now. Amy, I need to tell you something. What is it? Rachel, please answer me. Amy, your father didn't make it by the time we got him to the hospital. No, this can't be happening. You're wrong. Please, tell me you're wrong. I'm so sorry, Amy. We did everything we could. The doctors tried their best. I should have been there. I was supposed to be there. It was a brain aneurysm. The only comfort might be that he passed peacefully. Amy, are you okay? How can I be okay? I just lost my father. I wasn't even there to say goodbye. He was talking about you this morning, about how proud he was of your progress at work. Stop. Please stop. I can't handle this. Rachel, as you know, I don't have a mother. Dad was my only family. I know, sweetie. I know how close you two were. The last thing I said to him, I just complained about work. I didn't even say I loved him. He knew, Amy. He always knew. Your father was always so proud of you. Even when we first started the company, during our busiest times, he always kept your photo on his desk, saying he had to work hard for his daughter. He did? Every single day, that photo never left his desk. Even during meetings, he'd glance at it. It gave him strength. I didn't know. There's so much about your father's love for you. He built this company while taking care of all his employees. He wanted to be a father you could be proud of. I was always proud of him. So proud. I just wish I had told him more often. He talked about you constantly. Every achievement, every milestone. He celebrated them all. I know Dad loved both the company and me deeply. That's why he hired me even though I dropped out. I was so happy about that. And I thought I'd get to keep watching him work. But now, what am I supposed to do? Amy, there's something else. Something your father told me last month. What? Before he passed, your father said he wanted you to take over the company if anything happened to him. Me? That's impossible. I can't. I'm not ready. He said it was what he could do as your father. But I've only just started learning about Dad's work. Being CEO is... It's what he wanted, Amy. He believed in you. But why me? There are so many more qualified people. Because he saw something in you, something special. I'll support you. He entrusted you to me in case anything happened. I don't know if I can do this. I'm scared, Rachel. Of course you are. Of course, no one's perfect from the start. There might be resistance and complaints. They'll hate me. They already think I'm just the boss's daughter. But you love this company just like your father did. You'll be fine. At least that's what I believe, having watched you all this time. You've been watching me? I've seen how hard you work, how much you care about the company, just like your father did. Rachel, thank you. Honestly, it doesn't feel real being CEO yet. But I'm going to protect the company Dad left behind. That's what I can do as his daughter. You won't be alone. I promised your father I'd help you, and I keep my promises. When's the funeral? We'll handle everything. You just focus on grieving. No, Dad would want me to be strong, to take care of things. You are strong, Amy. You're your father's daughter. Yes, I am, and I'll make him proud. You already have, Amy.
Hey, what's this all about? There's a rumor going around the office about the new CEO.
Yes, there will be an official announcement soon.
Why is a dropout like you becoming CEO?
This was the former CEO's wish. I know I'm inexperienced and might cause some inconvenience, but let's work hard together.
What? This has to be a joke!
It's not a joke. The board has already approved it.
The board must be out of their minds, or you manipulated them somehow.
I didn't manipulate anyone. This was my father's decision.
You've gotta be kidding me. Why should I take orders from a dropout?
My educational background doesn't define my ability to lead.
Oh, really? Then what does? Your vast experience doing nothing? You're just Daddy's spoiled little girl who's now getting handed the CEO position too? How shameless can you get?
I understand you're upset, but this isn't productive.
Productive? You want to talk about productivity? How about we talk about your productivity level?
I'm willing to discuss any concerns about my leadership professionally.
Professional? Look, nobody's gonna take orders from a dropout, don't you get it?
Whether you like it or not, this is happening.
That's why you're a dropout. Sure, Daddy loved his little princess, but putting a dropout in charge of the company? That's just stupid!
That's enough. Stop insulting my father.
Oh, now you're getting defensive after what you've done to this company?
I haven't done anything to this company.
Exactly, you've done nothing. You're the one who insulted us first.
How have I insulted anyone?
By existing in a position you don't deserve. Who'd want to work under someone less capable than them?
Capability isn't measured by degrees alone.
No, it's measured by Daddy's love, apparently. Being a CEO's daughter is one thing, but a dropout taking over? No employee will accept that.
You don't speak for all employees.
We're all quitting and finding new jobs.
All of you?
Everyone with any self-respect.
Everyone's quitting? Oh no.
Check the company chat. I just sent a company-wide message about you becoming CEO, And wow, the negative responses are pouring in!
You had no right to do that.
I had every right to warn my colleagues. Everyone knows how incompetent you are.
That's your opinion, not a fact.
Oh, really? Let's see what the others think. Who'd want to follow a spoiled brat like you?
This is horrible.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
You're deliberately causing chaos.
No, you caused this by accepting a position you don't deserve.
The position was given to me legitimately.
Legitimately? Is that what you call nepotism now?
You're twisting everything.
I'm revealing everything, and guess what? People agree with me.
This isn't about agreement. It's about respecting the company's decision.
The company? You mean your father's last mistake?
Don't you dare.
What? Speak the truth? This is reality.
Reality is that I'm now CEO.
Reality is that nobody respects you. Reality is that we're all leaving.
You can't force others to quit.
I don't need to force anyone.
This isn't the way to handle disagreements.
This isn't a disagreement. This is a rebellion against incompetent leadership.
You're being unprofessional.
Says the dropout CEO. How's that for a professional?
Is there anything I can say to make you reconsider?
Yeah, resign. It's what any decent person would do.
I won't resign.
Then watch your company crumble. Watch as everyone with talent leaves.
Those who want to leave can leave.
Oh, we will, and we'll make sure everyone knows why.
You're burning bridges.
You're destroying the company, so I guess we're even.
I haven't done anything to destroy the company.
Your mere presence is destroying it. Your status as CEO is a joke.
If that's how you feel, then leave.
Oh, I'm leaving. We're all leaving. Good luck running things alone, dropout.
You don't need to be so cruel about it.
Cruel? This is business, something you know nothing about.
I know more than you think.
Sure you do, princess.
Is there anything else you need to say?
Just watch your little empire crumble. Watch as everyone with actual qualifications walks out.
You've made your point.
No, you'll see my point when you're sitting alone in that office, when there's no one left to order around.
We'll manage without you.
Good luck with that. You'll need it.
Goodbye, Sean.
Goodbye, Miss CEO. Enjoy your empty kingdom.
What should I do? Rachel, literally everyone quit. At this rate, the company will go under. How many exactly left? Almost the entire development team, most of marketing, half of accounting. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. Don't apologize yet. Let me check something. What's there to check? The company is falling apart. Actually? Oh my, this is wonderful. What are you talking about, Rachel? How can this possibly be wonderful? Let me show you something. I've been analyzing our productivity metrics. Metrics? At a time like this? Trust me on this. Look at who's leaving. Does it matter? We're losing everyone. It matters very much. I've been thinking that we have too many people collecting paychecks without doing any real work. Rachel, these are our colleagues. Were our colleagues, and I'm being objective here. Too many unnecessary expenses. But they all contributed something. Did they? Let me share some numbers. Numbers won't change the fact that we're in crisis. Crisis or opportunity? So having them all quit at once is actually a great cost-cutting measure. Don't say it like that. They all worked hard for the company. Did they really? Let's look at Sean's team. What about them? Their productivity was 40% below average, yet they had the highest overhead. That can't be right. The numbers don't lie. There were more people trying to make easy money for themselves than people actually working for the company's benefit. Still, of course, that's one way to work, so I'm not criticizing them. It feels wrong to talk about them this way. I'm not being cruel, just practical. This time, people just left because they thought they couldn't coast under your leadership. That's all there is to it. But what do we do now? The work still needs to get done. Rachel and I can't run the company alone, and even if we hire new people, it'll take time to train them. We're not alone. The building feels pretty empty. Look who stayed. Just a few part-timers. Who happen to be our most efficient workers. We can't inconvenience our clients during that time. Who says we will? How can we not? We lost most of our workforce. But not most of our productivity. What do you mean? Remember that automation project? The one that got shelved? Maybe it's time to dust it off. Amy, as CEO, you'll always need to make important decisions. Now is one of those times. What do you mean? What kind of decision? Actually, I have a good idea. I'm scared to ask. Don't be. This is an opportunity. To do what? To rebuild better than before. How? First, we need to look at who's essential. Aren't all employees essential? In theory, yes. In practice... Rachel! I'm being realistic. We need to be strategic now. Strategic how? Let's start with the departments. What about them? Which ones are actually understaffed now? All of them! Are they, though? Look at the workload. I am looking. It's overwhelming. Is it? Or does it just look that way? What do you mean? Remember how much time we spent in meetings? Too much, probably. Exactly. Now we can actually work. But the clients? We'll get better service with fewer bottlenecks. I don't understand. You will. Watch our productivity this week. You really think this could work? I know it will. Trust me. I've been here since the beginning. That's true. And I've seen every crisis. This isn't our first. Won't be our last. But it feels different. Every crisis feels different until you solve it. How do we solve this one? By being smart, strategic, selective. About? Everything. Hiring, projects, resources. It sounds risky. Leadership is risky. I wish Dad was here. He is. In every decision you make, he prepared you for this. Did he? More than you know. Watch what happens this week. And if it goes wrong? Then we adjust. That's what leaders do. I'm not sure I'm ready. You are. Thank you, Rachel. For what? For believing in me. Your father believed in you first. I'm just following his lead.
We'll make this work.
Yes, we will.
Long time no see, Sean. What brings you here?
Don't play dumb. My new job's biggest client turned out to be your company. How are you still in business?
Did you need something specific?
How are you not bankrupt when everyone quits? You must be doing something illegal. I'm reporting you to the police.
Oh, reporting us won't accomplish anything. Besides, we don't really need your company's business to stay afloat.
What did you say? Are you threatening me?
Not at all. Just stating facts.
What would you know about facts?
The company's different from when you were here. We've gone global now, doing business with companies worldwide, including Japan.
What? You expect me to believe that?
Why would I lie?
Because you're desperate.
Actually, we're doing quite well.
That's impossible. Everyone who could speak Japanese quit. There's no one left who could handle international business.
I handle the global division myself.
What?
You think I'm joking?
Of course you're joking. You can barely handle English.
Would you like to continue this conversation in Japanese?
What?
Or perhaps French, Chinese, Korean?
Stop messing around.
Hongugo de washileo.
What are you saying?
Voulez-vous que nous parlions en français?
This is some kind of trick. You're using some kind of translation app.
A joke? Ah, you're right. I should clarify. We recently hired some new staff, so I'm not alone anymore. And we're training people.
Stop with these lame jokes. A dropout can't do that kind of work.
About that. I actually speak 5 languages, including Japanese.
Anyone can claim that.
Would you like me to demonstrate more?
This isn't possible.
The reason I dropped out was actually because my IQ was too high. These days, there's a term for it, gifted. But when I was in school, that wasn't even a recognized concept.
Wait a minute. Gifted means like super smart, right?
That's right. By the time I finished middle school, I'd mastered English, Chinese, Korean, and French, and understood college-level math.
You're lying.
Want me to solve some equations for you?
This can't be real.
But that made it hard to fit in, and I didn't feel like going to high school.
That's impossible! If you're that smart, you should have been better at your job!
Actually, I helped with Dad's work secretly. I kept quiet because I didn't want to stand out.
But everyone saw how you worked!
They saw what I wanted them to see. I joined the company because Dad was worried about my lack of social skills. You know, a company is a great place to learn social manners and communication.
So all this time?
All this time, I was learning from everyone, including you, Sean.
Learning what?
How people interact, how they think. Only Dad and Rachel knew I was gifted, so I understand why people would assume being a dropout meant I lacked intelligence.
This is impossible!
Remember those reports you struggled with?
What about them?
I wrote the original templates.
No.
In 5 languages.
You're lying!
Check the metadata on the files.
This isn't real!
I am who I am today thanks to Dad, this company, and Rachel. So I'll use my abilities to protect what's important to me.
But you were just the boss's daughter!
I was never just anything, Sean. We haven't done anything wrong.
Damn it, don't get cocky, dropout! No matter how smart you are, you're still just a dropout!
Education doesn't define capability.
Don't look down on me!
I'm not looking down on you. I'm looking forward.
This isn't over!
Actually, it is. It was over the moment you chose to judge without understanding.
I'll expose you!
Expose what? That I'm multilingual, gifted, good at my job?
This isn't fair!
Fair? Like how you treated me?
That was different!
Yes, it was. Because I never judged you.
I'll get you for this!
No, Sean, you won't. Because unlike you, I actually know what I'm doing.
We'll see about that!
Yes, we will. Goodbye, Sean.
Don't play dumb! Your company's work is getting done way too fast! It's faster than when we were there!
Is that a problem?
There's no way such a small team could work this quickly! You must be cutting corners!
We're not cutting any corners.
Then explain how you're doing it! It's impossible!
You can check the quality of our work yourself.
I have! That's what's driving me crazy!
Oh?
The quality is even better than before!
Though I understand your surprise, we have become quite efficient.
This is beyond efficient! What are you really doing?
But for that, you can thank Rachel and the other part-timers who stayed.
What? Part-timers couldn't possibly do that!
Oh? Don't you know?
Know what?
Rachel was a founding member and former VP of the company.
What? VP? You're lying!
She switched to part-time after getting married and having kids.
But she was just a part-timer!
Was she? Did you ever actually look at her work?
Of course I did! She just did basic tasks!
But you know how busy housewives are, right? As she puts it, she's an impatient mom who needs to cut corners wherever possible. So she even wrote programs to automate half her work.
What programs?
The ones you never noticed.
What's with that? I mean, I knew she worked fast, but I thought she just had a light workload.
Actually, Rachel does more work than you ever did.
That's impossible.
Want to see the numbers?
What numbers?
Productivity metrics, task completion rates, error rates.
Those don't mean anything.
She's just efficiency focused, so she gets things done quickly. And to get back to the point, Rachel actually proposed something.
What now?
She asked if we could use the system she'd kept in storage.
What system?
Apparently, she'd created this fully automated program a while back, but wasn't sure about implementing it, so she kept it stored away.
What's with this system? If you had something like that, why didn't you use it before?
The program apparently had some bugs and was still in testing.
And now suddenly it works?
Plus, we didn't want to rely too heavily on programs, and there was a possibility it could take away other people's jobs, so it was shelved.
So you're replacing people with machines?
No, we're augmenting our team's capabilities. But we had no choice but to use it this time, and as CEO, it was a big decision, but I'm glad we did it.
Of course you're glad! You're probably making a fortune!
Actually, I'm actually a little grateful to you all for making that decision possible.
What gratitude! Your pathetic company somehow survived!
More than survived. We're thriving.
Only because you're cheating?
What exactly bothers you so much? You already quit the company.
It pisses me off! A dropout being CEO is just wrong! Know your place at the bottom!
My place? I think I found it.
At the bottom? Your company should just go bankrupt!
Is that really what you want?
Yes, you should fail!
Why?
Because you don't deserve success!
And you think you do?
I have a degree!
And what have you done with it? Exactly.
This isn't over.
Actually, it is.
We'll see about that.
Yes, we will.
I'll prove you're doing something illegal.
Good luck with that.
You think you're so smart?
No, Sean, I just do my job.
This isn't fair!
Like how you treated me wasn't fair?
That was different.
Yes, it was, because I earned my position.
You'll regret this!
No, Sean, I won't. But you might.
Damn it! Answer me! I know you did this!
Did what exactly?
You old hag! Look what you've done to me!
Such harsh words after not seeing each other for so long. No wonder you got demoted.
You reported me and made me look like the bad guy! Why did you do that?
Bad guy? This is much more serious than that.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything wrong!
Really, let's review your actions, shall we?
There's nothing to review!
You verbally abused the CEO of a client company. That's defamation, which is a crime.
I didn't abuse anyone! I just told the truth!
The truth? Like how you called her incompetent?
She is incompetent!
Really, the CEO is too dismissive of you. Even though you're just an incompetent employee who quit on their own.
Incompetent? Are you talking about me?
Yes, would you like to see your performance reviews?
My performance was perfect!
Poor performance, bad attitude.
I had great reviews!
From whom?
From everyone!
That's what people call incompetent.
Stop saying that!
The CEO only cares about capable people, or rather, I advised her to focus on that.
What do you mean?
I mean she was too kind to you.
Kind? She ruined me!
So she didn't even think to report your abuse to your company.
There was no abuse!
Really? So I reported it instead. Is there a problem?
Of course there's a problem! When did I ever abuse anyone?
Everything is recorded in the line messages, which I forwarded to your employer.
You can't do that!
Actually, I can, and I did. Considering you verbally abused an important client, you should be grateful you only got demoted.
Grateful? Grateful? Why do you succeed while I end up like this?
Let me tell you why you're in this situation. Would you like the short version or the detailed explanation?
Just tell me!
Our company succeeded because you left.
That's ridiculous!
Is it? Because you were overconfident in your abilities and neglected your work.
I did my work perfectly!
Define perfectly.
I got everything done!
Eventually, after multiple revisions, with constant supervision.
That's normal!
In terms of numbers and results, you weren't exceptional in any way.
You're lying!
The data doesn't lie. You should face reality.
What reality?
The reality that you were never as good as you thought.
I was the best!
The girl you mocked for being a dropout works harder than anyone, stays humble, and takes her job seriously.
She just got lucky!
Luck doesn't maintain a company's growth for months.
She must be cheating somehow!
The fact that you couldn't see that shows you have no real ability.
I have plenty of ability!
Is that why you're facing another demotion?
How did you...
Word gets around. Amy, about that mid-career hiring post. Sean applied, but we're rejecting him, right? I heard he quit after not accepting his demotion, but...
He applied here again? That's pretty bold.
You can't reject me!
Don't hire him. We don't need him.
You need me!
His communication skills were good, but he was terrible at everything else.
Communication skills? Him?
I was great at communication!
Well, Sean was really well liked by the capable senior employees. That's why he got so cocky.
I earned their respect!
The seniors wanted to protect him, and he could at least communicate well with them. If he'd used that in his work, we might have considered hiring him.
You should hire me!
But he didn't. And we won't.
You've gotten good at reading people. Yes.
You think so?
When you first joined the company, you were so distant and couldn't blend in with anyone.
That was then.
Now look at you, listening to each employee's complaints and trying to make improvements.
This isn't fair!
Life rarely is.
I'll make you regret this!
As your mentor, I couldn't be prouder of your growth.
That's not... It's all thanks to you, Rachel.
Stop ignoring me!
Thank you so much. I am who I am today because of you.
I'll sue you both!
On what grounds?
On...
Exactly.
This isn't over!
Yes, Sean. It is. Rachel, you love working, don't you?
What brought this on?
I've been watching you. I can tell how much you enjoy it just by watching you.
Is this about the automation system?
No, it's about you. I've been thinking.
About?
About how much you've given to this company.
It's my job.
It's more than that. You could have left when everyone else did.
I would never.
I know. That's why I want to repay you.
Repay me?
You love the work, don't you?
Of course I do.
But you're holding back.
What do you mean?
I see how you limit yourself. How you don't take credit for your ideas.
That's not true.
It is, and it's because of me.
Amy, no.
Rachel, you love working, don't you? I can tell how much you enjoy it just by watching you.
I do love it.
So, I want to create a workplace where you can really show your abilities.
You already have.
Not enough. At headquarters, you're always holding back because of me.
That's not true.
It is. You're always protecting me, supporting me, putting me first.
That's my job.
No, it's time for you to shine too.
What are you suggesting?
That's why I want to open a branch office.
A branch office?
Yes. And I want you to manage it.
A branch office? You finally made that decision. Your father always hesitated about that.
Dad was cautious, but times have changed.
And you want me to manage it?
Who else?
There are other qualified people.
There's no one more qualified than you, Rachel.
But what about headquarters?
I can handle it now.
Are you sure?
Thanks to you. Would you consider it?
It's a big responsibility.
You've handled bigger things.
This is different. I'm not sure.
Of course, I want to fulfill as many of your wishes as possible. So just let me know what you want.
What I want?
Yes. This is your chance to build something your way.
My way?
Complete autonomy. Your own team. Your own vision.
You'd trust me with that?
I trust you with everything.
But the board
already approved it.
What?
I presented your track record, your innovations, your leadership potential.
When did you do this?
Last week. They were impressed.
Really?
Very. Especially with the automation system.
But that was just
revolutionary. Game-changing. They want to see what else you can do.
I don't know what to say.
Say yes.
It's not that simple.
You've earned this.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. You're my mentor, after all.
Not anymore.
Always.
You've surpassed me.
Never. I'm still learning from you. So, will you take it?
The branch office.
Yes.
I think I will.
Really?
Yes. It's time. Time to stop hiding.
Like I did?
Like we both did.
Then it's settled.
It is.
Welcome to your next chapter, Rachel.
Our next chapter.
Our next chapter.
Sean couldn't find a job and now works at a convenience store. Apparently, he's being bossed around by the part-time moms there, a fitting end for someone who looked down on everyone else. Meanwhile, I'm working with Rachel to grow the company, and we've become incredibly successful. We now have a branch office, the company's doing great, and everything's working out perfectly. I'm so glad I could report all this success at Dad's grave.